All right, guys, so it's been 4 months of using the OPPO Reno 11 5G. Okay, this has not been my daily driver. It was the Surface Duo, started having problems. The Huawei P60 Pro was the second choice. It started crashing on the Google apps, and I'll get to that video later. And this was my third choice. Even though this is my newest phone, this is my third choice. How has it been 4 months later, the time that I have used it? I'm currently using it now as my secondary phone until I get my iPad cellular version. Then that will be my secondary device. But using this device, it's okay. It's okay. That's the best I can say about it. This is a mid-range phone that's going to range in price, depending on the exchange rate here, anywhere between $650 to $700. Okay. I have a couple of issues with this. But it's a pretty solid device. It takes a little bit from all the devices out there. You have little unique features from Google where they add the extra double zeros, so you can do like 200 very easily or 20,000 very easily, for an example. You take stuff from Samsung where you have the floating window and the dock right here that you can use to add files. You can edit this similar to the way Samsung does it. You have the feature with Apple where you can press and hold a photo, it'll cut it out and you can save it to the dock. So there's a little bit of everything from all of the current devices out there. Right now I have this in high performance mode. I'll run through the specs real quick. And again, there's a lot of little things on here you can check very easily. This is running on ColorOS. We're on the current version of Android, which is Android 14. You can check to see if there's any updates by just clicking onto that. There is a little bit of a learning curve when you get this device because there is so many features similar to Samsung. And here's all the specs. It's a 256 gig version, the Dimensity 750 chip, 6.7 inch screen, 5,000 milliamps. The RAM is really unique, 12 gigabytes of RAM on this version, right? Expandable by 4. But you can expand it all the way up to 24 with an extra 12 gigabytes of RAM. Not many devices you see that can do that. Then it gives you info about the cameras. 32 megapixel for the front, only goes up to 30 frames per second in 4K. 1080p, you can do 60. Same with the rear. 50 megapixels, your main camera, can only do 4K 30 in the rear. You can do 1080p at 60 frames per second. 32 megapixels is the telephoto, 8 megapixel is the ultra wide. This is on Android version 14. This is the latest security patch that's come in, and it has been pretty good with updates and security patches May 5th, 2024. My only issue with this, especially at the price point, okay, is, and I mentioned this before, the brightness. The fact that you can still see this on this camera, and I'm recording this, on the Samsung Z Flip 4, this entire thing should be blown out, and it's not. And that's because you only get 950 nits of brightness on this device, which in direct sunlight, you won't be able to see a damn thing. The price point, $650 to $700, there are so many other devices I could recommend over this device, starting with the Pixels, whether it's the Pixel 6a, 7a, 8a, the regular Pixel 8, 7, or 6, the iPhones, whether it's the SE or the iPhone 14, 13, 12, for cameras, because I'm into social media, right? As a YouTuber, content creator, photo, video is going to be the thing, right? These photos, right, they look so digital to me that it's like unusable, to be quite honest with you. Let me move this over a little bit more. It just has a digital look that just doesn't catch my eye at all. I just don't like the way these images look. It just doesn't look good to me at all. Same with video, and there's no stabilization in video handheld. So if I'm shooting a video, right, there is just no image stabilization at all. None. So I'm not real crazy about the way this is, right? The microphones are decent, but, and then at night and all the glitching, I did that short video, the focus, I call it glitching, but it's really focus. When you're moving around in video mode, it tries to focus on everything, and you'll see it like pulsing because it just can't keep up. So especially at that price point, and I bought this honestly because I haven't had much experience, with OPPO devices. Like I've had the budget OPPO A57. That was a cheap budget phone. That was my first OPPO phone, and I really didn't expect much from it. But I think I paid $700 for this. I was expecting a lot more. Now, honestly, I wanted the Pro version. The Pro version wasn't available. This was available, and the Pro version I think was $100 more. This was available. I picked it up, and it does look premium. I mean, this is the original case that came with it. I haven't upgraded anything at all. But if you saw somebody holding this from the back, for sure, you would think this is a premium device. It doesn't hold any fingerprints. I don't know what material this is that they got here, but it doesn't hold any fingerprints. You got a little bit of branding. You really got to look close to see. It's got to reflect so you can see it. But it's a nice looking device. Camera module has grown on me. Didn't really like it at first, but it has grown on me. And like I said, this case came with it in the box. So I like the case, don't have a problem with it. The screen protector in the front is the original screen protector that came with it. I have not changed that at all either. But for the price point, it has some great features. Don't get me wrong. This thing, like I said, has taken some features from every device out there. But the price point, the screen brightness, the cameras, the photo and video quality. This is why I would just tell people there are so many other devices out there that are way better, lower price than this device. Now it does have that Super VOOC charging. I was low one day. I plugged that thing in, pressed Super VOOC, and I think I was at about 10%. About 15 minutes later, I'm at 80%. So this thing charges like that, like the Huawei phone. It charges quick. It has a 67-watt charger that comes with it in the box, and it takes no time to charge this thing up at all. Those features and the little features that I showed you earlier, I really like because it has the user in mind, so much more so than just putting a phone out there. But it's the little thing, the brightness, the cameras. I could not recommend people to buy this device at that price point. Now, if the price point was around $450 to $500, sure, I could recommend this device. But for $650 to $700 for this, no way. And OPPO, for those who don't know, owns OnePlus. So if this looks sort of like a OnePlus device and has some of the characteristics of OnePlus, that's because OPPO, I want to keep saying OPPO, no, it's OPPO. I'm saying it backwards. OPPO owns OnePlus. Okay, so some of these characteristics that it has are the same as the OnePlus device in the US. But I just wanted to try it, see how it works. I'm gonna probably end up giving this to a friend. I'm definitely not gonna hold on to it as a secondary device. I'm gonna let her know, about the screen brightness, but she's not gonna care. It's a new phone. It's a brand new phone with a nice charger. That's good enough for her. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for this video. 4 months later with the OPPO Reno 11 5G, solid mid-range phone. I think it's overpriced. Definitely got to do better with the brightness. Definitely got to do better with the photo and video quality at that price point. But that's it for now. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always. And until the next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.